Mauritius has been on my bucket list for years. And to get there, for epic island views and vibes like these, I boarded Air Mauritius business class. Here's what the journey looked like. A bit of a muted start at Chongololo Premium Lounge at OR Tambo International Airport. I have to say that the service and amenities of this lounge are somewhat lacking. Still, who can complain when food and drinks are free, right? Making my way to the gate, I spotted our Airbus A350 and had to stop for a closer look. The gloomy Joburg weather made me even more excited for my island vacation. And voila! Here's a look at the business class cabin, which is set up in a 1-to-1 configuration and has a nice blue ocean theme going on. The even-numbered window seats are closer to the window for added privacy. For a comparison, wait until I show you my seat for the return flight later. For now, I settled in my seat 4A, right by the window, and was very impressed by the Air Mauritius intro video. More stunning hues of turquoise. One day I will fly on an A380, just look at this beauty. But longing has no place here in the Air Mauritius business class when you're greeted with a glass of champagne as a welcome drink. The menus are also on brand with this cute island theme. Then it was finally time to take off and leave the grey and gloomy weather behind. Bye Joburg! A hot towel is not to be missed, and neither are noise-cancelling headphones. I never found out if this contactless function actually works, but it looks very modern, just like the remote. The tray table setup was interesting and still allowed you to get out of your seat when it's folded. The in-flight service kicked off with a bowl of nuts. I had a look at the menu but didn't recognize any of the French white wine options. The flight attendant was nice enough to give me a tasting so that I could pick my favorite. Service 10 out of 10. We left mainland Africa over the coast of Mozambique. Look at this stunning coastline. The views is why I love air travel in Africa. Even with a great selection of in-flight entertainment options, I will always resort back to my favorite comfort shows on my phone. Don't judge me. Then it was time for some food. Aside from a fresh salad and a cheese selection, I was served prawn on noodles with mushroom and chili sauce as a starter. The noodles were a bit dry, I have to admit, but the fresh chili sauce as well as the fancy cutlery more than made up for it. The bread was also super soft. As a main, I selected the chicken curry, which was delicious. To finish it all off, a yummy lemon tart. At this point, we are flying over Madagascar, another one of my bucket list destinations. The landscape looked absolutely stunning, and while I knew that the island was big, it actually took quite a while until we had finally crossed it. Welcomed by a beautiful sunset, we neared our final destination, and I was so excited to finally set foot in Mauritius. But before I end this video, I also want to give you a glimpse of the airport there. Here's some footage of me before my return flight. The lounge here was okay, quite spacious, but nothing special in terms of offerings. Back on the plane, here's a comparison of an odd-numbered seat. I was in 1A, a little less private as you're directly by the aisle. But again, storage-wise, no complaints at all with this quite modern seat setup. Out of all the business class flights I've flown, this was definitely the best remote control I've ever had. No lags or glitches whatsoever. I need to mention the food on my return flight as well. The starter looked very similar, but felt a little bit fresher, perhaps directly loaded in Mauritius, with a similar accompaniment of fresh salad and a cheese selection, which was great by the way. This was the winner though. I love this main dish of fish and some sort of coconut crust and a delicious aromatic yellow sauce. Mauritian food just hits differently. Alright, now you've gotten a glimpse of the A350 Air Mauritius business class. I'll say goodbye with these final bathroom shots, but I hope that this review was helpful to make you decide whether to fly business class on Air Mauritius.